our county judge, our county commissioners, as they do business for Brazos County, direct them and lead them and guide them in the right direction and in the right path. Pray for the Brazos County courthouse family, pray for the state of Texas, we pray for those up in Washington, D.C., we pray, God, for all of our troops, that you bless them and their families, and all of our law enforcement officers whose lives are in jeopardy each day. Be with each of us now throughout this day. Everybody says amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Thank you, Chaplain Jones, Commissioner. Next item on the agenda is call for citizens' input and or concerns.
I had one thing, Judge. I didn't know if y'all wanted to get the health district. We've had a good meeting earlier with everybody on the board, but I didn't know if you wanted to come out and talk about the Zika and mosquitoes and all sorts of stuff. We could do a short presentation before we like to have it.
Maybe on the next agenda.
Yeah, sometime.
Yeah. Any other citizen input and or concerns? Okay, we'll consider and take action on agenda items 3 through 13. Number 3 is appointment of the following fire commissioners for Brazos County Emergency Services District Number 4. A, Steve Godby, term is 5/31/2016 to 12/31/2017, and B, John Foster, terms 5/31/2016 to 12/31/2016.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion made, second. Discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 4 is approval of section 3.09.1 ID card policy.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion made, second. Discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 5 is consideration of changes to capital asset policy to include changing the taggable, trackable threshold from 500 to 5,000 grant purchases, and the guns will be tagged and tracked, but all other items, listed items will not unless they are over 5,000.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion made, second. Discussion. This really is it's an item that causes lots of work to try to find assets that may have gone down in value, maybe don't have a whole lot of value. Katie, you want to speak to it?
Well, there's a lot of time by various departments, not just our department checking it, but purchasing, sending out the tags, and then, of course, now this won't necessarily relieve any surplus issues, because the statutes say that all assets must be, well, I don't even know if it says assets, have to be sent to auction. So I don't think we're going to be able to not then send things to auction. But and this will take things off, take the laptops off, this will take the Surface thing, I call them iPad things, all the computers off the list. However, IT still has to keep track of those for licensing and software purposes, so they will still need to know. The other thing is, if, at budget time, if you get requests for replacements, the obvious question is, where'd the last one go? So there's that kind of control. But it will relieve a lot of departments also, because there are some departments, particularly some of the larger ones, that spend a lot of time trying to verify the asset list twice a year. One time generally in April for anything less than 5,000, and then in September for anything over 5,000. Now, over 5,000 won't stop. We'll still need the mileage on the cars. We'll still need the hours on the machines. But, and I also have a breakdown of if you didn't want to do 5,000, if you wanted to do something else, I can tell you how many it'll get rid of. We have about 7,000 assets, a little over 7,000 assets on the system right now. And going to 5,000 will reduce it to a little less than 1,000. So it becomes a management decision between what are you going to hold people accountable for, and how much time are you going to how much are you going to fund people to keep track of that? And that's what's happening. Is the amount of time is becoming overwhelming.
Well, and we will have the internal controls like computers and laptops and all that sort of thing because that costs licensing, so that can be kept up that way. I mean, I know this issue kind of rose to the surface with trying to keep up with radios and vehicles, which...
And we'll still have to keep track of radios because I promise if we go over, City of Bryan's going to say pay.
You're
So,
right. Yeah, we've got, because of, we have...
and then they're not able to communicate if their radios are,
Right.
I mean...
So, I don't have a problem raising the threshold because I know there's a lot of work that goes into it, not just your office, but every office.
Every department, every department.
That's really what kind of brought this whole thing to the surface is the possibility of maybe pulling radios loose, you know, to see where what that number, the serial number is on each one of them. And there's a lot of effort that can go into it, and so I don't have a problem raising the threshold because there's still a lot of those things that we would be concerned about are going to be tracked internally anyway.
Well, and it will fall to the Commissioners Court to ask at budget, why are we continually having to buy new motor graders? Where did it go? I'm throwing that under the bus because it's definitely over 5,000. But chainsaws and lawn equipment and computers, I mean, obviously IT can keep track of that, but the other things that would be some of the lawn equipment. But I'm pretty sure when the grass gets high, somebody's going to say something. So, you see what I'm saying? It becomes an issue of how much time do y'all want to spend? But if y'all want to spend spend our time doing it, we can. It's not a problem.
If it's a replacement, then the question should be, okay, what are you turning in? And if they're needing more equipment, whether it's lawn or whatever, then that's you know
different.
Different. But,
Well, you probably still discuss that because you're going to want to know what they currently have.
yeah.
But you won't have a list. You will not have a list of what you have purchased over the last few years.
Specific list, but you know if they've got 10 lawnmowers, you know, and they're going to buy a new one to replace a lawnmower, they ought to have a lawnmower to turn in. You know?
Once the list that Katie keeps right now goes away, because we won't have that list.
But do we look at that list anyway? Do we currently look at a list that they have at budget time when they ask for another lawnmower? I don't recall. We're not utilizing it now.
The auditor's office audits, and they know whether something goes missing or not, and that's reported to you in the audit report.
Yes, except that sometimes we don't know. It's taken us 10 years to get the fixed assets in any kind of semblance where we felt like it was good enough that we could actually possibly tell you what was there and that it's not there now. But without the departments going and getting the serial numbers and checking them, actually checking the assets, that's going to be the automatic defense. Well, no, I signed the list, but I didn't go check the serial numbers. There was, you know, and purchasing still has the obligation to, by statute, present a list of assets. Now, it'll be only over 5,000 every July 1st, so that'll be there. And the financial system will be there if we wanted to look up how many lawnmowers we've purchased in the last 10 years or so.
You mean go back to your individual?
Purchase orders, yeah.
That will be difficult.
Yeah, it will.
Couldn't you do it, maybe it's too simple, to do it on a count? You know, all right, today, we got 100 lawnmowers. We don't, we got 100 lawnmowers. And then, at the end of the year, how many lawnmowers do we got? That's too simple, but...
It is, because somebody's going to ask you, well, does it have a mulcher on it or not?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if we get...
Or is that we have 5, yeah, in the weeds, literally. Ah, you're funny. I'm sorry. And then, again, the question becomes, if one's missing, what are you gonna do about it?
Well, I'm sure we will have some missing,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But
I guess, especially if the departments realize they are, if there is someone that, could be tempted to take something, and they know that their department head or elected official is no longer, doesn't have a list anymore, there's some potential for that to walk off. And if no one complains about it, then it's gone. But then there's no limit.
I don't know that the list would stop anybody from doing anything that they want to do like that now, though. I mean,
So department heads won't be held accountable, is that what we're saying? Well,
5,100.
right, there won't be a list of anything to do about that.
Well, the problem is that, you know, while that, whatever that item is, may cost $4,500 today, 5 or 6 years from now, it may not be worth, but, you know,
That's true.
Yeah,
$100
worn
if
junk.
it's worth anything, it's worn out. But
where's the accountability is my question.
Well, as Chris pointed out, we still haven't, we still are liable for,
The public
Accounting
and y'all,
board.
sorry.
but we won't have a list.
Back where it really always was, up to y'all and the public, the taxpayers. If you have a problem with, you know, a department head or an elected official continually losing or having to ask for new lawnmowers because they can't find the old lawnmowers, you know, it's up to the Commissioners Court to ask the hard questions. Where'd the old one go, you know? And then you know, obviously, if they know that you're gonna ask that at budget time or any time, they're more likely to at least know where that stuff went.
yeah, I think it is a good to ask the questions.
at least,
I'd just technically just review and report. I can't do anything else. And I'm spending a lot of time doing that, but so are the departments. I mean, they're spending a lot of time, if they do it right. If they don't do it right, then this won't,
Then it's not doing any good.
it's not doing any good anyway, they're not checking serial numbers, yeah, so.
Okay, we've got a motion and a second. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 6 is approval of job description for transition training, with class code 0213, position 2, county judge.
Move approval.
second.
Motion made second, discussion.
I have a question, Jerry. This particular job description comes under your,
Temporary positions.
yes, but the person listed seems to be listed in 2 positions. Is this person gonna have 2 positions?
No, the look.
Yeah,
this
I'm
one
looking.
Starts June the 6th, the next one starts July the 31st, I believe.
Okay. Okay.
Its transition happens July the 31st, but they just, went ahead and ran it through court today for both changes.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Okay, so they assume the transition position in your office, and later they transition to
Fair
the
position.
fair position. And I noticed, and maybe, this is not well, I don't know when else I can discuss it, because we don't have a workshop or anything, but this person, the fair position was $12,785. This person is starting at $16 an hour, where it was $12.20 an hour. That's
Well, that's a part temporary position.
person that held the position according to the form that I have.
Was they
Well, that was,
temporary?
the person that's a different, they did not perform the same function that this person performed. The transition position under me can be used, by just about any department that needs a temporary position for a short amount of time.
Yes.
And what the person who had been in that position was not doing what this person was doing.
Trying to follow the paperwork. And so it just seems like this person is getting a substantial raise in changing the position, but I don't see that the position, I guess I'd like to see the job description, and I don't have that here. And I'm making that request of, Human Resources. But it just seems like, it's not quite, it's $3.80 an hour increase. But I don't see that the job is any different. But thank you.
Okay, any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 7 is.
I'm sorry, Commissioner, would you? Opposed? Okay.
Number 7 is approval to amend contract 2016-009 pest control to add the fleet services building.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 8 is award of RFQ 2016-105 architect for expansion of Juvenile Justice Center. And Charles, you want to come up and
I handed each of you the tabulation sheet that includes the total scores for this. This is the recommendation of the evaluation committee for award of this contract. It's primarily, the only thing that's funded at this time is the feasibility study, and that's what this contract and the scope of work entails.
so the recommendation
Is Trainer Architects, yes, sir.
All right, I'll move for approval for Trainer.
Second.
Motion made and seconded to award the architect's expansion of Juvenile Justice Center to Trainer. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Number 9 is approval of renewal contract 2016-182R hot mix asphalt with Knife River.
Move for approval.
Second.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 9 is approval of renewal contract 2016-182R hot mix.
So we just did.
Oh, I just did that. I'm sorry. Number 10 is tax refund application for the following.
May I offer a motion that we approve, the tax refund applications for A through double E?
Second.
Motion made, seconded to approve A through double E. Discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 11 is budget amendments. Budget amendments FY 15/16, 35.1 through 35.4.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 12 is personnel change of status.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 13 is payment of claims.
I'm
Claims to
sorry,
be-
Judge, I just wanna make sure, Commissioner Holly, were you voting yes on that one? On the personnel?
I didn't voice a vote. I have noted my objections, and I will get more information.
Okay, but how should I record it, as an abstention or?
Objection.
There's abstention, no, or yes, so no?
No.
Okay.
Okay. Number 13 is payment of claims. Claims to be paid by Brazos County. Claim number 714-4H77 through claim number 714-5109.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion made, seconded, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None motion carries. Number 14 is sheriff's report on inmate population. Sheriff.
Judge, Commissioners, good morning.
Morning.
I know that Chief mentioned last week that Wayne was recently installed as the president of the American Jail Association, but while he's sitting here, I wanted to recognize him. He's made us very proud. The American Jail Association obviously is a significant organization in this country, and professional correctional association, and to have one of ours recognized as the president in that prestigious organization, I think is worthy of at least a round of applause here. Very, very, very proud of that.
Does that mean more trips?
Thanks for taking on another job.
Maybe they get paid by the...
Yeah.
We're gonna go, some of them.
He'll represent us well wherever he ends up.
We won't have to afford his travel, right?
Right.
Comes with the title. Okay, very good.
So that said, 639 is our peak in the last 24 hours. Kind of a seasonal thing for us. We kind of expect these kind of numbers. 42 with ankle monitor and 21 pending.
Okay, thanks, Sheriff. Number 15 is announcement of interest items and possible future agenda topics.
I'd like to lift up the Tarzan myth or mystery exhibit at the Brazos Valley Museum of Natural History. I serve on the board as the liaison to the county commissioners, and it opens June the 16th. It's quite an exhibit, and we invite you to bring your family and friends over and witness this exhibit. Hopefully we'll have posters around the courthouse that will remind you.
You said, when does that begin?
It starts June 16th. It's to run through October 29th. It's Tarzan, Myth and Mystery.
Okay, thank you, Commissioner. Any other announcement of interest items or possible future agenda topics? Hearing none, we'll go to number 16, call for citizens' input and/or concerns.
Just some information. One of our probation officers, Shanita Bates, lost pretty much everything in her apartment from the floods last week. So there'll be an email coming out, somebody wants to donate some clothes or whatever to everybody in the county. Do keep her in their thoughts and prayers.
Okay, thanks, Doug.
What was her name? I'm sorry.
Shanita Bates.
Miss Ruth.
Miss Ruth, you can hear. You know we're talking to you. Come on. You know who we're talking to. Y'all come on in. Y'all come in.
Hey, money.
We
Y'all come on up. This is, really amazing. Y'all come on up.
Now she's gonna really be mad.
I'm sure, I don't know of anybody that's been here, as long as Miss Ruth, 50 years, with the county, and still going strong.
Seen it all. Seen it all.
Great job. I'll tell you, you've mentored lots of folks, who started here at the county and, over the years.
Some of it took some different
It's a great job, and I'm happy that I got to be here when you have been able to be here the 50th year. So,
Thank you. I've enjoyed it.
Yeah. Not that you're going anywhere. You
Oh,
got
I
50
don't know.
more to
No,
go.
no.
So
I got all kinds of congratulations on my retirement this morning.
We need to make that clear today, because we've already had a couple of calls. No, she is not retiring. She's been here with us 50 years, gonna be here a lot longer.
Yeah,
We will
that's
make
right.
that clear to everyone.
That's right. This was, made over, somebody over at maintenance. I mean, they do a great job.
John and Ernest both, I think, worked on it.
I don't know, Ruth, do you have a speech
No,
prepared?
I don't have it.
No.
Does anybody want to say anything?
She's too mad
Y'all
at us
wanna-
to talk.
Well, I'm glad y'all have shared your mom with us, you know.
accomplishment.
Yeah, I mean,
You two get together, pose for one, two. You ready? 1, 2, 3.
What about candy?
One day I'll be
Thank
here
you.
50 years.
I have enjoyed my time here.
and there are refreshments out in the atrium. Now, do you want to say something?
No, I don't.